Hello friends, this will be a video demonstrating how to do a scatter plot and a linear regression for two variable statistics. I'm starting with the famous manatee problem, and my two variables, my explanatory variable is going to be boat registration seen here in the thousands, and the response variable will be manatees killed, which is this number. This is the data from 1977 to 1990. You can read the gist of the problem here. I'm going to open my TI-nSpired, and you're going to want to put a list and statistics page. So if you didn't have one, you would hit Control plus page and add list and spreadsheet. You get something that looked like this. You want to put a name for the data in these two cells and then list your data below here. Leave this equals cell open because it will just cause you trouble unless you're doing some calculation. So I've already done this. I put boat reg for the first variable and manatees for the second variable, and I typed in the data. At this point, you can pause the video and type in the data if you want to play along, or you can just watch me do what I'm doing. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do now is make a scatter plot. To add a scatter plot, Control plus page, which is the dock key, and number 5 is the data and statistics page. Click. You'll have all these points all over the place. You want to slide down using your pointer and select a variable. So I want the X variable to be the boat registrations, and I want the Y variable, or response variable, to be the manatees. And when I click, I have a nice scatter plot. If I want to do a linear regression on these points, I go to Menu, I go to Analyze Graph, which is 4, 6 is regression, and 2 is the linear model A plus BX. I hit Enter, and this shows the line in the scatter plot as well as the equation for the line. If I wanted to see something like the correlation, I could go to Menu and Analyze, go to Plot Value, and you get this little window up here, and now I can go to VARs. Now this will only work after you've done the linear regression. And when you hit the VARs, you'll have all these statistics that were calculated, and stat R would be the correlation. You can see they're all there. When I hit Enter, it shows you the correlation for these points. If I were to grab a point and move it, it would change the correlation. So this is great for talking about influential points and outliers. And I'm going to undo that change that I just did. Additionally, if I want to get statistics in a list, I can add a regular calculator page. So Control plus page, add a calculator. And now I can go to Menu, Statistics, Stat Calculations, and I have that same linear regression right here. It's going to ask me to put in what my X variable or explanatory variable is. That's the boat registrations. What my Y list is going to be, and that is the response variable, or manatees. And that's all I have to do. It's going to take the equation for that regression that I'm about to perform and put that equation in F2. So here it is. Here's the A plus BX. Here's my coefficient of determination, the R squared. Here's my correlation, and this is also handy. So if I wanted to make a prediction, let's say I had 6,000 boat registrations, so that would be, let's say 600,000, and I wanted to make a prediction from this model for the number of manatees killed given 600,000 boat registrations. I can now do F2, because that's where this equation was stored, of 600, which would represent 600,000 in this, and that my model would predict that if there were 600,000 boat registrations, there would be approximately 33.48 manatees killed.